Hello everyone, my name is Max from Maximize Your Cooking, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some French toast. I spent about the whole week trying to get a really good recipe out for some French toast, and I was testing out different things, and what I came up with is my own sort of version. The first thing you want to do with French toast is get a good bread. I made my homemade egg bread, which you don't have to do as long as you get some bread that is kind of thickly sliced, maybe about half an inch, almost to an inch thick, and you let it sit overnight at least so that it can dry up a little bit. You'll be golden, otherwise you'll just get some really nasty soggy French toast that you don't want. So let's get started. For some ingredients, you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Doesn't matter if it's dark or light. Just pack it down in your measuring spoon. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/8 of a teaspoon of some nutmeg. Nutmeg's optional, but definitely you're going to need the cinnamon. A teaspoon of vanilla, half a cup of some milk, and 1/4 cup of some heavy cream. If you don't have the heavy cream, you can totally just use all milk, but if you have the heavy cream, that's really good, and you can use 1/4 cup of that. You're going to need a pinch of salt, 3 eggs, and of course, your day-old bread. So let's get started. We're going to make the custard that we're going to dip the bread slices in before we cook them. You're going to need 1/4 cup of that heavy cream. You're going to need your half a cup of milk, your teaspoon of vanilla, your cinnamon and nutmeg, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Of course, don't forget just a little pinch of salt. Good. And then I'm just gonna mix that around. Once you mixed all that through, we're going to put in some of these eggs. I mixed them up before I put them in here, but you can totally just crack them into the bowl and then just give that a whisk. Get it all in there. Then you're going to need a baking dish or some sort of dish to hold all that custard in. I'm just going to use an 8x8 little glass container thing and pour that into the bowl, the glass container. Okay, I got my griddle all heated up. It's at about 350, about 330 degrees, right around there. That'll be good for your French toast. Doesn't need to be too precise. Get your custard out, take a slice of the day-old bread, put it in there, and soak it 30 seconds on each side so that it gets all nice and saturated. Before you put it on there, just make sure you get some cooking spray onto your griddle or pan so that it won't stick or anything. If you're using butter, you might want to put the temperature down a little bit because butter it'll brown a little bit faster, and if the oil browns before you get your French toast on there, then it'll just kind of put the brownness right into the bread and it might not even be done toasting. Okay, my one piece of French toast is almost done soaking. I'm going to spray a little cooking spray on there. And you could totally do as many as you want at a time, as much as you have room for. You can just keep on soaking them, multitask, get them done. It doesn't have to be one at a time. This is just to show you. So anyway, this is going to go on there for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on. We could always just check and see how it's looking, but about 2 to 3 minutes at about 330, 350 degrees, and that should be golden. Near in about the 2-minute mark here, I'm going to give a little peek, see how it's doing. Yeah, that's good to flip. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like that color. You can, however you like your toast, now nice and brown. Depends on how long you put it on there for. I find about 2 minutes for me, 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how frequently I put stuff on. The griddle might cool down a little bit. This is nice and fresh right at the heating source. But that should be good with the electric griddle. Otherwise, just get it to your desired brownness. If you have the heat on too high, you might brown it before it even gets cooked all the way through and you get a nice toast. That's when you're going to want to turn the heat down a little bit. Otherwise, you should be good at the electric griddle temperatures and time. Alright, so this has been on there for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes total. I'm going to give it a flip just to see how it's looking underneath. That's looking pretty good to me. I like that. I'm going to take her off.